We watch shows online and we rate them. Talk about how much we love them or hate them. Yes, we're like everyone else on the internet, no need to get chatty. But hey, if you enjoy people ranting for hours, welcome friend to Bingeworthy.
Well, welcome back to Bingeworthy for the second episode of the Musketeers.
Okay, we should say what we are doing in case they didn't watch the first episode.
But basically, Bingeworthy is where we watch bingeable shows on online sources and see whether or not it's worth you binging them. We will score these on a score of writing, acting, characters, bromance, and what the fuck moments! So, first we're going to do a spoiler-free version, just for you guys who hate getting spoilers on shows that you want to see. And then we're going to give you a fair warning and go right into the spoilery rants we all love to do.
Our first category is writing.
They've kind of upped the game a little bit, I think.
I feel like they've improved.
Improved.
It's more interesting, at least. I was far more invested in what was happening.
Villain, or antagonist, I think would be a better word.
Definitely, well, villain. Definitely points for the villain in this one.
He had good characterization.
For the episodic villain in this one.
I mean, they're still using pretty tired, cliched plot ideas, which we'll get into more about in the spoilery side of things.
Depends, I guess, on what you mean by tired, cliched plot ideas, because I would have never in a million years guessed that this would be a plot.
I mean, like, contrivances.
The
way they got out of the jail cell.
Yeah. Plot contrivances, definitely. Plot contrivances.
Pretty, not just plot contrivances are happening, but your oldest contrivance in the book.
Yeah, just sort of.
So old that it's been lampshaded, that it's been spoofed, that it's been parodied. Parodies of it have been lampshaded for being parodies of it. It has gone to the point where now we're apparently doing it again without parodying it.
Yeah, it's come full circle. It's kind of approached itself from the back. It's gone all the way around the world, and it's catching up to its own tail.
Gotten so out of fashion, it's in fashion again. The writing of the characters seems to have picked up a little bit. The wittiness of the banter is no better than it was in the first episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not witty, but at least it seems slightly more heartfelt, I guess.
It did seem a bit more heartfelt this time around. I felt a little bit more like people cared what was going on.
Yeah. I was really entertained by the plot, which was having 7 kinds of insane. There's so many plot holes. It basically consists of plot holes and
it's like a lace tablecloth. It's basically holes gently held together by tiny threads.
Essentially.
Of plot.
However, it was fun.
It was fun.
I think in this sort of show that they're doing, you don't really care about plot holes. I could
have done with a little less plot. It was still felt quite rushed. Like the first episode was very rushed. It still felt a little bit, I'm not quite sure what's happening all the time. It was a lot better than the first episode was.
Yeah, massive improvement.
It felt a lot more cohesive and there was much more of a sense of momentum.
Yeah, I could actually follow what was going on, whereas in the first one I was mostly kind of like...
There's also a better sense of urgency. With the stakes involved, which was, again, ridiculously high stakes. They mentioned what the plot was and we were just like, second episode, guys! First episode, main character is sentenced to be executed. Second episode, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes. So that's it about writing. I definitely say it's better. I would bump it up to 3. We gave the first episode 2.5.
Yeah, I'd say 3 is fair. I might even go as far as 3.5 because it was very amusing. 3.5
because we were quite amused.
It was very amusing.
Yeah, let's give it 3.5 for writing.
Also the bad guy. The bad guy
just
was
because
interesting.
The bad guy was really interesting.
I liked him.
Also, there were quite a few surprises.
I felt like he almost showed his character before we were told his character was going to be like, which was quite nice. Because you know how in shows and films people describe the character to you. This guy is XYZ. Tall,
and then you get to see the guy
smart and dangerous, but he actually kind of showed us that he was smart before we got it drummed into our heads that he was smart. So that was kind of cool.
And there is a certain sense of danger. You know that this person is actually dangerous and his plan could succeed. Clearly in a show such as this you don't really believe that it's going to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you kind of want to see how the characters are gonna get out of this one. You kind of want to see, but there's a certain sense of foreboding, so that was good. So 3.5 for writing for this one. Acting.
The
Again,
guy
I thought
who
he was
did
good.
the bad guy was good. He was convincing. I bought him as being a very clever guy. I kind of sympathised with him. He was a very sympathetic villain. Everybody else was pretty much the same as the first episode.
Same as before.
No real improvement. Oh, I thought Milady did fractionally better.
Milady did a little bit
They've
better.
changed the styling of the two female characters just slightly, and they both look a little bit more in character.
Slightly more,
Yeah.
I'd stick with 4 for the acting.
Yeah,
even though,
and
again, that's
still.
quite high.
Athos is
but-
emoting a little bit now, which is nice.
Oh god, a tiny bit. I don't like
That's
Athos in
good.
this, but
It's weird.
I should probably mention that I'm personally judging acting in the context of what kind of show this is.
Yeah, like
So
we're not
this is
judging
not
it against
comparing-
Oscar-worthy.
Yeah. Okay, so staying at 4 for acting, characters. I thought there was an improvement there.
They're
We
moving
got a
forwards
bit
with the
more-
characters. We're
yeah.
getting to learn a little bit more about them. We're learning a bit about. I think we saw a little bit about Porthos perhaps being the more gullible and the slightly more maybe the little slightly more down to earth of the Musketeers. Athos emoted. God. I mean, he moved up a couple of steps in concern. Aramis is
Aramis is my favorite.
you're getting a little bit more about him. He's a little bit too reckless for an Aramis, but he's quite charming.
He was sort of my favorite in the book as well. So, but
He's
he's
very
definitely
charming.
my favorite in this.
And-
He's the Couperac of the.
He's very much a Couperac. And the D'Artagnan is he's developing. It was
Yeah,
quite
he's-
nice to see him
He's
doing
a very
it.
typical main character. There's not
Yeah.
much to say about him, but
Got a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone got a little bit of development, which was nice. You could see the progression of learning a bit more about the characters, which was cool.
but the character wasn't even meant to not be likable in this.
No, he was kind of. They were all on the same side. It was weird.
Yeah, or at least yeah.
He's still kind of relatable. It's weird. I think it's Peter Capaldi's fault. I don't think you guys should ever cast him as a bad guy because he's oddly nice looking.
I don't know, maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. We see a lot more of the Queen, which who we didn't even mention in the first episode, but you see quite a bit of Anna. I like the casting of the Queen. She's very pretty, very cute, very innocent looking. Let's bump it up from 2.5 to 3
Yeah.
on characters.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Moving on to our next category, bromance, which did abysmally badly in the last episode. We gave it a 1, which was like
1.5. I'm giving it a 0.5 for the fact that they seem concerned about whether D'Artagnan lives or dies.
I would give it a bit higher because there's an attempt at interaction in this. Certain characters are kind of coming forward, but they're not the people you'd expect to. Because, I mean, Athos is barely there at this point. Aramis and Porthos are getting a lot more, I feel, than the rest of them.
They are. They're getting more time together anyway. In the middle.
Essentially, yeah, it's the two Musketeers
And the gloomy guy and the guy who keeps getting into trouble.
essentially that's what it is.
Okay, I could give it 2.
I could give it
For
2
that
at
chat
least.
in the
Yeah,
Queen's chamber.
they had a bit of interaction.
We shouldn't
there.
be basing our romance score on the fact that they had a talk.
Then our what the fuck-o-meter is going way up for this episode.
I want to give it a 4. I don't want to give it a 5 this early in the
No,
series.
it's not a 5. It's definitely not
4?
a 5. 4.
I would give it a 4 on the what the fuck-o-meter. There were moments.
The plot of the episode
Oh my
is
gosh,
fairly
the plot.
ridiculous to begin with, and then the way it goes down is really
there's
ridiculous.
Just this one scene.
There was another major what the fuck, which we're gonna talk about, involving 2 characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of what the
fucks.
fuckery. And then visually and cinematically, there was a moment where I was going, what is going on screen?
Yeah, there were a couple of
Watching it.
interesting
Shots,
cinematic
just
choices.
overall
So-
a better episode.
Yeah.
I actually feel like watching the next one after seeing this one.
I kind of feel like I want to know what they're going to do next. Have fun, those of you who don't want spoilers. Go watch a great show, binge it.